Restart. All right, so today we're going to be talking about parallelograms, triangles, and trapezoids. So I'm going to give you a formula sheet that you need to print out. I'm not going to print you out one. I'm going to have a class set, and that's it. So you need to go and you need to print this out. So we're doing triangles, parallelogram, trapezoid. Okay. Notice none of them have a perimeter formula. That's just because perimeter, you add up all the sides. Straightforward. Here's the biggie though for these three. Most, or all of them, not most of them, all of them are going to have to be dealing with base and height. Do you see how base, height, height, base? Okay. So the biggest key to finding the base and the height is identifying the right angle, because the right angle always touches the base and the height of these figures. Always touches the base and the height of these figures. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, here's a good old triangle. So the first thing I do is I identify where that right angle is, because this is going to be the base. Sorry, that is the height. That dotted line is always the height, and this is the base. So when I do my area formula, area equals 1/2 base times height, I go ahead and I always turn that 1/2 to 0.5. My base is 12, and my height is 9. Now I just use my calculator. So I would put in 0.5 times 12 times 9 is equal to 54. Remember, area is always squared, so this would be meters squared. Perimeter, I just add up all the outside. So I need to find the outside. These are my outsides. And a triangle only has 3 sides, so I only have 3 numbers I'm going to add up. So 11 plus 12 plus 10. Add those all up, I should get 33. So 33 meters. Okay, so that's just a regular old triangle. Here is a right triangle. Once again, the first thing I do is I find my right angle, which is right here, which means this is my height, that is my base. So area equals 1/2 base times height. Area equals 0.5 times my base is 6, my height is 8, and I go ahead and I plug that in my calculator. You can also do 6 times 8 is 48, half of 48 is 24. So then feet squared. For the perimeter, I add up the outside. So let's find the outside. Those are my outside shapes. It's a triangle, so it's got 3 sides, so I'm going to add up 3 numbers. So 10 plus 8 plus 6, add that all up. That should give me 24 feet. So those are triangles. Here is a good old parallelogram. So I find my right angle. Boom. Which means this is going to be my height. That is my base. So area equals for a parallelogram is base times height. So area equals my base is 9. My height is 4. 9 times 4 is 36 millimeters squared. My perimeter, this is a 4-sided figure, so I have to find the outside. If this side's 9, this side's 9. If that side's 5, this side's 5. And now I add up the outside. So 5 plus 9 plus 5 plus 9. So perimeter is equal to 28 millimeters. All right, here's another parallelogram. It's just rotated up and down. You identify where the right angle is. That is my height. This is my base. So area equals base times height. So area equals, oh no, they don't have a side over here. It's okay, it's the same as the opposite. So this is 7 centimeters. So area equals 7 times 4, which is 28 centimeters squared. Perimeter, this is a 4-sided figure, so I should have 4 numbers. If that side's 5, this is also 5. So I just add them up. 7 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5. Perimeter equals 24 centimeters. And last but not least, the good old trapezoid. All right, the area formula for a trapezoid is area equals 1/2, what was it, height, and then B1 plus B2. All right, the bases are the parallel sides. The bases are the parallel sides. So once again, what I would do if I were you is I would identify the right angle. Okay, this is my height, this is my base. That's only base 1 though. My base 2 is that parallel side, which is that one, right? So I go ahead and I plug in area equals 1/2 is just the same thing as 0.5. The height is 6. And then my B1, so my first base is 15, plus my second base, which is 10. Now I got to do order of operations. 15 plus 10 is 25. And now I can just go ahead and plug it into my calculator, exactly as I see it. So 0.5 times 6 times 25 gives me 75 meters squared. The perimeter, you add up all the different sides. This is a trapezoid, so it's a quadrilateral, which means there's 4 different sides. Remember, these little marks mean that these sides are congruent. So if this side's 7, this side's also 7. And then we need to find the outside. So this is the outside of the figure. So let's go ahead and add up our 4 numbers. 7 plus 10 plus 7 plus 15. Grab your calculator. 7 plus 10 plus 7 plus 15 is 39 meters. All right, and last one. Once again, find your right angle. Highlight it. There's my height. There's my base. Remember, for a trapezoid, you have 2 bases. So I have to go to the opposite side, which is parallel. So that's my second base. So area equals 1/2 height B1 plus B2. So area equals 0.5. My height is 21 feet. My first base is 20. My second base is 16. Order of operations, I do what's in the parentheses first. 20 plus 16 is 36. And now I multiply it all together. And that gives me 378 feet squared. And then for the perimeter, I find the outside. This is a quadrilateral, so I should have 4 numbers that I'm adding up together. So let's start with 16. 16 plus 24 plus 20 plus 23. 16 plus 24 plus 20 plus 23. The perimeter is 83 feet. All right, here are your practice problems. Go ahead and write those down. You need to find the area and perimeter for each.